Sure. Well, my main function is Vice President of Human Resources. So I do all of the hiring, training, development for our current staff and community staff, and then also benefits implementation and just overall cultural experience being part of Rivers Casino and Resort. I believe it was February of 2016. We were all sitting around one big room at one of the local community colleges, and we talked about how are we going to open the casino, where are we going to get our great talent pool from in this community, and who can we partner with. And one of the folks that were at that meeting was Jennifer Lawrence from the Seat Center, and she raised her hand and said, let's have a meeting when you come back into town next time, and let's talk about how our organization can partner with you for applicants, but then also just your overall experience as an employer in the Capital Region.
My experience at Seat was a roller coaster. I went through mental toughness 2 times. The first time I wasn't with it. Then the second time I went all the way through, and it was a great start. And then towards the middle it got kind of rocky for me and I kind of fell off a little bit. But that's when the Seat Center stepped in and it was just like, oh no, you can't give up. And so Miss Rebecca, from coming to get me to banging on my door, she would get me to come back to the Seat Center, and I finished strong again. Well, they helped a lot with my professional development skills. So I learned how to do like interviews and communicate properly. So they had a big part in me transitioning into a professional job site.
So I think one of the great things about working with a workforce development organization is letting them know what you need. And if they can develop those programs, they have the candidate pools that they can make the impact on and grow alongside not only the business, but then also with the people in the community. So we let them know one of our main focuses was table game school. We had to have a very large table game school before we opened our casino, and the Seat Center said, well, let us create some math boot camps. Math is one of the big things that you need to have as a prerequisite to be a dealer in the casino industry. So we had to get people kind of skilled up in that capacity. So the Seat Center ran math boot camps for us. And then at the end of that boot camp, they were able to apply for a position to go to our school. And then many of them, actually, I think we started with about 10 people in our school from the Seat Center for table games, which is an incredible career path. So I think that the partnership is key. I think it's a holistic view of what partnership truly looks like. We are a smaller casino, but we are a community-based casino, and that's ingrained into our culture and our core values. And by doing so, we're able to say to the Seat Center, as we partner, let's truly develop this candidate pool, because there are going to be people that we cannot bring on board with us. And that's just regulatory reasons with the New York State Gaming Commission and the requirements you need to be able to work in a casino. But why shouldn't we still partner? And so with that partnership, we were able to talk to different students, see what would be applicable, that positions that they could go in, and then additionally say, once they come on board with us, where are we seeing some challenges and where are we seeing some successes? Let's not forget that there's huge success, but we can't neglect the fact that there are some challenges. But by true partnership, we've been able to overcome so many of those hurdles to create a positive and successful work experience for students that have graduated from the SEAT program. So I've been in this industry for over 15 years, and one of the things that I've done is move around. When I move around in my career in the casino industry, I'm in new places, many a times by myself, and I have to develop my new life in that new location. So one of the things that happened years ago, about 2003, I was in St. Louis, Missouri, and somebody said, would you like to come volunteer? Because I didn't know anybody, didn't have anything to do on that day, so I went to volunteer, and I thought, this is really an incredible experience. I never knew that this would be something that I wanted to participate in. But then the value of it continued to grow. And it grew in the way that I found out what was really impactful to me, what influences me or impacts me in our local communities that I live in, that I work in. And many times people ask me, you volunteer so often, you do hours and countless hours a week in volunteering. And they say, how do you do it? Well, the challenge for me is these organizations created a life for me. They embraced me into their organizations, into their communities. I spent Thanksgiving morning, I spent Christmas morning cooking meals in shelters, but otherwise I would have been maybe home by myself because I was at a new casino working and I didn't have anywhere else to go myself. So I became part of that family. So it was really incredible that to have 300 people say happy holidays to me when I would have probably been just looking at the walls in my own home. And I think that it saved me. And people think that we save these organizations by giving money and giving our time, but truly, I think it truly saved me and developed me as an adult.
Wow, such a powerful answer, because I couldn't agree with you more. That's exactly why I do what I do. And sometimes you